show you guys what I got around me here. I'm essentially just in a great big CRP field. And it's all, for us here in Indiana, during gun season, opening day specifically, it's all about pressure. And all the hills back in there are public land. And on that public, there'll be a lot of pressure. And that'll hopefully drive them deer down into these bottoms. There's a couple of cornfields between me and the public land, but I have a good bedding area right over there, and then obviously there's bedding kind of out in these CRP fields if a deer wants to lay down. I'm essentially just on a finger that comes out into the CRP field, and I got a little bitty food plot planted here, which I don't think that is really a factor this morning, but yeah, I think it's going to be a good morning. Gun season's always bittersweet because I like that I have a gun in my hand, but I almost kind of feel sorry for the deer. You know, it's like 15 minutes after legal light, and I've only heard one gunshot, and it was a long way away, which is really odd. Usually you hear them before dark or before light. You hear them pretty constantly from there, but I don't know, deer just maybe just now moving or something, so. There's a small buck chasing a doe behind me here. I don't think you guys will be able to see it. Jesus Christ. Got me a doe. Okay, now I'm gonna sit up here and wait for a buck to come in. Man, it's honestly been a long season, and I haven't been shooting does at all. And I've actually lost 2 bucks that I've shot this year during bow season. So that was a big old doe, and that felt good. So. I don't think I missed her. Her button buck is still sitting right here, but I'm running low on battery, so I'm gonna turn it off in case a buck comes in. So, that doe is just standing right here about, I don't know, 25 yards, almost too close with the rifle, but honestly, I wasn't going to plan on shooting a doe this morning, but I just got a little trigger happy, I guess. There's a button buck with her, and it's kind of odd that he's still with her, but what I got on the camera this time is there's a guy that was hunting right back here, and he shot like 4 times right at daylight, and now I hear him on his 4-wheeler. I just was sitting there thinking how cool it is that we live in a country where some, a guy can walk out on his own land, shoot a couple does, and produce his own meat that way. It's cool. I've been all over the world. I've been to probably 15 different different countries, and I'm telling you, there's nothing like it is here. So if you're feeling down, if you're worried about this country, you know, we're not the best place we've ever been, but we're still leaps and bounds better than any place else in this world, and we'll get through it. So now let's set up here and shoot me a big old buck.
Well, I haven't seen anything since I shot that doe. It's been a couple hours, and thinking about getting down and taking care of her and come back for an evening hunt then. I just hate getting down because of, you know, anything could step out at any given time out here, especially with all the pressure around here. But we have a lot of corn in still here, so there's not like a lot of open space for me to be able to see a long ways. I like having the corn in this time of year just because it does give them a place to come hide on my property, but it makes it a little harder to gun on it just because there are so many places to hide. But anyway, I'm gonna get down and go take a look where I shot this doe, see if I'm pretty sure I smoked her. I think she's just laying in there. That CRP is so tall you can't hardly see a deer even walking through it, let alone laying down in it. But I'll see you guys at the bottom. Alright, I'm down out of the tree now. I'll just show you guys the setup real quick. It's kind of how me and Dad have started doing our permanent sets. We both bought saddles and just used them at the top of you know, those $30 cheapo sticks. I like using a hang and hunt tree stand whenever I'm running and gunning, which is most of the time, but that was a kind of a more affordable way for us to not have to buy 100 different permanent sets in on our private spot. I don't know. Oh, right here she is, laying right here. Yeah, big doe. Set is right there, so she just, like I said, I thought she just popped over the hill and died right there. So let's go see if we can find some blood, and I'll get her taken care of real quick. Well, here she is. She probably only went 30 yards after I shot her. This CRP field is deceiving because when you're up in the stand and sitting right here, it doesn't look like it's that tall, but all you can see of these deer are really the tops of their heads, and they're walking through here. This morning, back over here, actually where my dad's sitting, I heard some commotion, and I looked over, and there was a small buck chasing this doe, and I think it's the same buck me and Dan saw bedded down when we were scouting. He was kind of bedded in the open over there with this doe. He's probably running around all sad right now because he lost his girl. Yeah, it's been a kind of a long year for me so far. I haven't been shooting does all year just because I've been strictly buck hunting, and kind of had some rough luck with some bad shots on bucks this year. So this has been a good. It's going to be a good freezer filler. We're literally down to our last few packets of meat, and that is not normal in my household. So this will definitely make the wife happy, and I have to go and get her cleaned up and get her back to the truck and keep hunting today. Real pretty doe. All right, I got her all gutted. I'm gonna walk back to the truck and come get her out of here. Sorry about not having an orange hat on during my little recovery video there. I looked back over by my tree stand. It was hanging on a limb that I walked underneath. I had it on top of my head. Didn't realize it pulled it off my head. All right, heading out to do a rifle hunt this evening. It's 4 o'clock, it's dark at 6, so I am really late, but I'm actually gonna sit on the ground tonight and It's on a new piece that I just gained permission on, and there's just a little bitty finger that goes out into the field, and a lot of times these bucks will bed on that little finger, especially with a doe, and come out into that field right before dark. So gonna set up along the cornfield edge, just kind of tuck away in the corn, and hopefully there's something good bedding there. There's some sure enough big ones in that area. So I'm really excited tonight. If I'd known it was going to be this easy to gain permission there, I would have asked a long time ago, but that's all right. All right, just made it here. I got a pretty short walk. I actually drove all the way up as far as I could here. I typically don't do that, but not in a new area. I don't think it's going to bother anything having my truck right there. So yeah, pretty excited about tonight. Got a kind of a weird good feeling about it. All right, I'm all set up now. I just kind of got me a little spot here in the corn on the corner. What I have here is out in front of me here is that finger I was telling you about, and there's all kinds of good buck bedding on the edge of that finger and all down through there. So the property line is literally right here in front of me. I'm actually on the property that I originally had permission for, and then the gentleman that gave me the permission, he owns this field out here that you see. So I'm going to sit here this evening. There's a really big scrape right here on this corner of this woods, so hopefully something comes out in this field tonight. It sounds like to me they're picking a cornfield over there, and then they're picking a cornfield over that way. So we'll see what happens tonight. Been sitting here for probably maybe 20 minutes, and you saw that doe come out of that finger, and I was sitting here and just out of nowhere a big 10-pointer walked out. I got pictures of that 10-pointer. It's a great buck. He was probably 80 yards when I shot him. I think I made a good shot on him. I'm gonna just kind of sit here and settle down for a few minutes and go see what I find, man. That was a good buck. I wasn't expecting to see something this early, but anytime there's a change at your farm, anytime you got crops coming out, anytime a farmer's been messing around with something, get out in the woods, man. It gets the deer on their feet. So there goes that doe right there. I'm not going to shoot her. I could shoot her right now, but I'm about certain I smoked him. I think he crashed right there in the corner. Let's go see. When I was sitting there, I noticed this great big rub on this tree, and there's a really good scrape underneath that limb right there. So this is the property I just got permission to hunt tonight. Let's go over here and take a look real quick. As I walk down this field edge here, starting to see a bunch of different rubs and stuff. So he is definitely using this area. Right here's where he, oh, I see him, he's right there, guys. I see him. Oh my gosh, look right there. Dead. Yes. Let me get him out of here and back in the field, and I'll show him to you guys real quick. All right, here he is. Just a good clean 9-pointer, probably a 3-year-old. I'm happy, tickled pink with him though. Right here to my right is a really good bedding area, and Dan was actually setting just on the other side of this bedding area over the last week, and he probably saw this deer. I'm sure it was the same deer. I got this guy on camera a whole bunch of times, and they're picking these crop field behind me here on the other property, and that was causing these deer to be pressured down in this bedding area, I assume. And this guy came out, just a perfect shot. He was just quartering away slightly, and you can see there that 30-06 really did a lot of damage. So yeah, I'm tickled with him. Now yeah, I guess the takeaways from this is, man, anytime there's a change on your farm, take advantage of it. These deer are curious animals. It gets them on their feet, either A, from bumping them, like this combine probably did this guy, or B, they're just curious to see what's different about the area they're in, especially with farmers. You know, typically they don't really associate those big machines with pressure. It's just something that they live with every day. So yeah, this season's been a really long one for me. I shot 2 deer with a bow and didn't find either one of them. One of them for sure is living. I keep getting pictures of him on a cell camera. But I'm tickled pink. My wife's going to be happy because I literally hunt almost every day until I tag out. And yep, time to put a tag on this puppy. Get you guys. You have to get this Dan. You know, he didn't leave me in the stand to hunt. You know, to keep. Just got to use it, but he did give me a new Beast product. It's for the mobile hunter, super lightweight. Kind of went cheap on it though, I thought, but hey, it works great for gun season. All right, I got my stuff put in the truck and got my bibs and stuff off. I'm sweating like a pig. I'm gonna drive up here as close as I can to the cornfield edge and then go gut him and get him in the truck. Be a little bit of a chore by myself, but not a big deal. By the time someone would get out here to help, I'd already have it done, so not even gonna call anybody. Heading back in now. I bought a really nice Cabela's deer cart a couple years ago, and man, it's been the most durable thing I've ever used as far as hauling a deer out. A lot of guys use a sled, and I bought a nice sled too. I just haven't had the opportunity to use it. All right, here is that scrape I was telling you about. And I was sitting right there inside the corn, and he had a big rub on that tree right there, and a number of scrapes down the field edge here. Almost there now. I'm going to have to get off here and take good care of this deer. All right, got him all loaded up in the truck. Wasn't too bad of a drag. Got him tagged here and heading home.